Klapperschlange klappert und der Kaktus feurig sticht, wo Kojoten einsam heulen, wenn die Abendsonne bricht, wo die Geier gierig kreisen, wenn ein Mann vom Pony kippt, wo es morgens schon zum Frühstück reichlich blaue Bohnen gibt. Arizona, Arizona, alles klar, alle wollen in den Westen.
Hey, everybody. It's time for your Browns Friday Fumble.
Foul opponent.
Don't try to pick it up and run. My name is Dave.
I'm Dylan.
And we are here on what I would love, Dylan. Usually we talk a little bit, then we break it down real slow.
Yeah,
That's what we usually do.
that's typical of us.
I would love right now, Dylan, to sit across from you and tell you that we're celebrating a win today.
I'd love to. It's what I had planned.
If you ask me about it, I say, number one, I've updated my Twitter profile,
Number two.
and that profile says that I am a known Browns apologist. So I'm not trying to deny it. I'm not trying to shake that
Never will.
label.
Never will. Proud of it.
I remember being here 2 years ago, Dylan, and talking about no wins. In fact, I don't remember
Yeah.
being here because we didn't do this because they were so terrible.
Because of the no wins.
Yes.
A year before that, one win.
We did it the whole time.
The entirety of that season.
So, anyway, I thought that I would want to celebrate a win because a win in the NFL, tough to get, as Frederick Kitchens once said.
I think, you only get 16 of them.
You only get 16 opportunities in
Yeah.
the NFL. That's what makes each game so special.
Yeah.
So to get a win, I would think that would be prime time celebration time. That it'd be Victory Friday,
Yeah.
and we'd be talking about it.
Break out the T-shirts, the mugs, everything.
Well, not
Victory.
no T-shirts.
Right. Okay. Yes.
Just mugs. I'd love to talk about the fact that this season, this is the first time, Dylan, since the Lord our God created the universe way back in 1776, that the Browns have beaten Baltimore,
Yeah.
Cincinnati, and Pittsburgh football in the same season.
The entire division.
The entire division's first time ever since our founding Godfathers founded this universe. And you know what? I would love to celebrate that. You would love to celebrate that. We'd love to have ourselves a little old hootenanny.
God, I was so ready. See what I brought? I
Yeah,
brought the root beers.
You did bring the root beers. You
I brought
bought
the ice cream.
I don't know where you got a trophy, and I don't think that my wife is going to appreciate the confetti because
I thought that's standard for me.
I know, but usually you keep it in a more localized area. It's really spread around. It's tough to vacuum this room. Anyway, I would love to talk about all that stuff, but what's the best way to put this, Dylan, without losing our jobs?
I'll say it so you don't have to. How
All
about
right.
that? The word came
If
down.
you say half of it, I'll say the other half, and then we can't be blamed.
Good. Word came down from on high this morning.
Yeah, from the man himself, Mr. Craig.
The captain, the pilot. He's the captain now.
He's the captain now. All of a sudden, he wakes up out of a how many month slumber, wants to start calling shots around here.
Just look at that podcast feed.
Just look at that feed.
Count
them. And all of a sudden, somebody has risen 3 months later and wants to start bossing us around about what we can do on our podcast. But he's paying the bills, Dylan.
Yeah. What are you gonna do?
And I'm just gonna quote.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna quote the email that he sent me. It says, "Hey, positivity doesn't sell insurance."
And he's right.
It doesn't.
He's very much right.
He's very right.
Have you seen the Mayhem commercial?
Yeah, that's not positive.
Not positive.
So if you he didn't put this part in the email, he called me for it, but he said, if you think I'm ever downgrading to a car with an internal combustion engine again that doesn't have an iPad in it,
Right.
you're fooling yourself. Don't fuck this up for me.
Yeah.
He said that on the phone so he didn't have to have it in writing.
Yeah. That was a voice call.
Anyway, this one apparently feels like a loss. This NFL win that gets us to 6 and 7 feels like a loss, according to him.
Yeah, so here we are.
I guess that the Tesla has an app, and I haven't seen it, but I'm just assuming that it analyzes the football score, I guess some stats or something, and it tells you if you can feel good about a win or not. And this one said, no, you can't feel good about it. So
it's like grading on a curve, basically.
Yeah,
grading
exactly.
the game on a curve.
Yeah, it was the Bengals, and
I mean, I can't argue. Honestly, I know this. You know this. You can't argue with the numbers,
especially from a Tesla.
Especially,
you were to tell me that a Volkswagen told you couldn't feel good about it, I'd say, well, wait a minute. Volkswagen is known to fudge the numbers. Like, they're historically...
known provocateurs.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm not going to buy you there. And I'm
Right.
going to maybe say, like, if, like, Ford says that you can't feel good about it,
yeah,
it's not really
kind of
a luxury vehicle. Maybe they don't really have the quality there.
Well, they definitely don't have the brains.
No.
They're
More about the muscle.
They're in Detroit.
Yeah.
So
but a Tesla tells you can't feel good about something, you don't feel good about it.
that's Silicon Valley.
Yeah. That's Elon Musk.
Yeah.
And
That's spaceship.
yeah, that's Spaceship 1, Spaceship 2, Falcon 4, Gold Edition. You can't feel good about it. So we're going to sit here and take a look at really what went wrong.
Well, here we are on another defeat Friday.
Another defeat Friday. Sure, Baker ran in a touchdown, but he also
worked his balls off to get to the end zone. But sure, I mean, I get it.
Yeah.
It's the Bengals.
Yeah, I mean, sure, Nick Chubb had 108 yards, but where was that in the first half? You only did it in the second half.
Yeah, 2 touches in the first half.
Yeah, come on, buddy. Failure.
You should be just banging on Stump's door asking for the ball.
Yeah. Sure. This was a major symbolic moment for Jamie Gillen's dad to fly over in a P-8 Poseidon aircraft.
Yeah.
But guess what? He kind of missed a little bit.
He did.
And he was a little early. A little early.
Everybody saw it.
Everybody saw it. The O-linemen were joking about it. It really brought down morale. That's kind of
super embarrassing for
backfired.
the organization.
Yeah. Football's a game of precision, Dylan. And if you can't have a military aircraft based on a 737-800 flying over your stadium at the precise moment of the end of the word brave, then what are you even doing?
What are you even doing?
You can't even zip up a sweatshirt.
Of course we're not going to run Kareem Hunt to the
Gapoga pound or whatever.
Yeah.
Gapoga pound. Whatever that was. Remember that one?
The banners. Yeah, the banners.
Yeah, remember that? It's the same thing but with an airplane.
The whole organization is just I'm sorry, Dave. I don't know if I can do this.
Wait, what are you talking about?
God, this is... All right, I got to step out on a limb right now.
Okay,
Dave.
just keep in mind, I do not know how to edit this.
Okay. I am going to keep that in mind. I am also going to take my rights as a whistleblower in this moment for the Cleveland media, sports media.
Uh-oh.
They have been pulling strings, Dave.
You telling me they're Sashi Browning us right now?
They are Sashi Browning us, playing battle chess on so many levels. You guys, if you guys got a glimpse into the machine that the Cleveland sports media is, the well-oiled controversy machine.
What's that you're holding, Dylan?
This paper, you know where I found this?
Oh, my God.
You know where I found that, Dave?
Where did you find this?
On the passenger seat of a Tesla.
An anonymous Tesla, let's say. I'm winking at you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll call it
You just happened to be an anonymous Tesla and you found it?
Yeah, it was definitely no Ford.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. Yeah, talking points, Dave, for the Cleveland media. overlords.
I had suspected as much that this was happening.
Yeah.
I hadn't been able to prove it until now.
Yeah. And I'm just here to tell you, I am putting my life on the line.
I take it back. I'm not going to edit this. I'm not going to protect your anonymity.
The people need to know.
The people need to know. It's time to blow the lid off of this.
The people need to know. Look at this. Look at number one Cleveland media talking point.
For you rubes in our listening audience.
Yeah, we do need to break it down for the layman.
You gullible fucking stooges who just lap up this crud.
This garbage.
Week
that
after
you're being
week after week.
spoon-fed.
It
Calling
turns out,
into radio programs.
Yeah.
And agreeing with them.
if you're telling me what is happening here is there's a coordinated attack
Yes.
based on the foreign governments of the Cleveland media,
Yes.
who the Cleveland Browns were recently at war with.
Yes.
And what they are doing
Yes.
is spreading
misinformation, disinformation, psychological warfare.
They are spreading their narratives to every media outlet, and that includes apparently waiting for next year.
Absolutely includes waiting for next year. You thought the most powerful blog was going to be exempt from these overlords?
No. And
We're
so
right in
they
the
are
mix.
handing down their commands on high in order to usurp this team for their own gain and sell insurance. Because who do you think is at the head of this media organization? Maybe it's the guy driving the Tesla.
Look at this. First thing on the list, Dave. OBJ wants out. Are you kidding me?
They're planting the seed.
Are you kidding me? He wants out. Odell Beckham Jr. didn't fall in love with Cleveland the second he stepped foot in this city. Is that what you're trying to tell me?
Yeah, but he did, and now you're trying to plant the seed.
And you're trying to convince me of the things that my eyes and ears absolutely know is untrue, and I almost fell for it.
Well, and that's because they are planting the seed.
Number 2, Dave. Number 2 on the talking point list. Baker betrayed the medical staff. That's what we're supposed to be telling you right now, guys.
I can't
Our
tell you
audience.
about this win because I have to tell you that Baker betrayed the medical staff.
Ruined their lives.
And not for the reason you think. You think it was the OBJ
Nope.
stuff?
No, but it wasn't.
No, it's because Baker asked for Motrin, by name, Motrin.
Mm-hmm.
They gave him CVS ibuprofen.
Yeah.
Same stuff, you'd say. But maybe it's not.
It might not be. But this is what we're supposed to be these are the lies that we're supposed to be. We're supposed to be controlling the narrative of this week. A winning week for the Browns. We're supposed to be talking about this crap. This is what's going on. Look behind the curtain.
Yeah, I just can't believe it.
We're supposed to be talking about how OBJ is injured and cannot play. He should not be on the field. We're supposed to be telling you that right now.
I would love to tell you something different, but we're going to get fired.
Hands are tied.
Our hands are tied. OBJ can't play this week. Sorry. That's a fact.
Sorry, it's right here on this piece of paper that I stole out of an unnamed Tesla.
Unnamed Tesla license plate crackers. Right here, next talking point. The windows in your home are drafty and energy inefficient. You need new windows from Universal Windows Direct. That's a fact.
I just don't.
You feel how cold it is in your house? What are you, a hobo?
Guys, read between the lines here. Go with your instinct. Also on this list, we all know you've been hearing it from every media outlet.
Why do you think
Nick Chubb, Kareem Hunt, they don't get enough touches.
neither of them get enough touches?
They've never gotten enough touches.
They don't even know what a touch is.
They should. Why aren't we running the ball more, Dave?
Every play.
Why isn't every single play a running play? We don't even set up a run-pass option because they should be runs.
There's no pass option.
Absolutely zero.
Also, OBJ isn't getting enough targets.
Oh, not nearly enough.
But they should be running it with OBJ.
Why aren't they?
Why aren't they running it? And this is just something we have to cover. It's just...
Of course he's unhappy.
Yeah, why wouldn't he want out if he's not getting any runs?
0. I mean, and this one is this is where we should have been able to see through this one.
I don't know how I didn't.
Freddie, a horrible game manager? Come on.
Just you plant the seeds of dissent. It's like you're rooting for them to fail. You know what? Nobody, if you would have asked me at the beginning of the season, this rookie head coach should have been out coaching the Bill Belichick's, the Sean McVay's from the beginning.
Why did we hire him?
If he couldn't do that, why did we even hire him? So we need to plant the seed that he should be doing this.
Yeah. And hopefully
because he should
blossom
be, and then the seed will blossom into a full-on big-ass tree. News tree. Another point that I can't stress enough, by word of this sheet, Joby's gives you energy and vitality to get your work done every day.
No, this one is actually like, this one's true.
It's pretty true. I'm fired up because of these Joby's.
Yeah.
Because of these fucking Joby's.
Oh, here's some fodder for the local media to chew on for the 24-hour news cycle, Dave.
Yeah.
Freddie hates Rashard Higgins.
He hates the fact that he has older cars.
Hates him.
Yeah.
Hates him. Won't let him play. Won't let him make catches.
Won't let him use ketchup in the cafeteria.
Won't even let him in the cafeteria.
No.
Also hates OBJ.
Obviously, because he wants out so much, and everybody can sense it.
Everybody can sense it. There's so much dissension. Is that right?
You could say dissension.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dissension.
It doesn't say how to pronounce it on this sheet. It just says what to say.
Dissension in the locaire room.
Yeah. Also, Disney Plus featuring The Mandalorian and The Mandalorian and Doc's DeLorean featuring Baby Yoda. Why wouldn't you use that? Offer code Friday Fumble. Offer will not work.
Also, here's the best. Here's my favorite. Here's my favorite. John Dorsey, terrible GM.
Terrible.
And Jimmy Haslam won't let him do anything.
No, not only is John Dorsey pulling all the strings and making all these roster moves, but also Jimmy Haslam is.
And they're all bad.
They're both in power. They're both making bad decisions simultaneously that are at odds.
He obviously lost his touch.
But they're obviously butting heads. But they're also both making terrible decisions.
There's a lot of dissension in the front office.
The front office, dissension out the wazoo.
Shareholder meetings.
Oh, yeah. It's, guys, you need to know about this stuff so you can clear your mind and just watch a football game.
Yeah.
If you think that I'm just going to spout these talking points because Mr. Craig said I was.
You got another thing coming.
No, I'll do it.
I am going to do it. I have to.
I have to do it. I don't have the money for my own podcast feed or the ability to do it. I send him the file, and Craig does it. I don't know what it is he does, but he does it.
He took away your login.
Yeah.
After the
because it was the same as his Disney Plus login.
Right. Right. Well,
anyway,
yeah.
So am I gonna spout these bullshit media narratives? Yeah, probably. I have to.
You know what I'm also gonna do?
Why don't you walk a mile in my shoes before you start judging me too? Huh? Where's your podcast, Jake Burns? You had Jake Burns all of a sudden over here? Where's your fucking podcast? Just send me that link. I'll download that one right away.
Hey, this is Hugh Jackson, and now it is time to know your foe. Back to you, Dave and Dalen.
Arizona.
Yeah.
Cactus League rivals.
What about them, huh?
There's a lot going on down there.
A dry heat.
There's sharp corners on that state. Out east here, we got curvy corners.
Yeah.
I mean, we got one sharp corner, right? Top left.
Yeah, we do.
But they got all sharp corners. What the hell,
How
Arizona?
did we get that sharp corner in the top left?
Because some bullshit with Michigan and
Yeah,
Indiana.
Of course.
Anyway, let's look at Arizona as first a place, Dylan.
Yeah,
It's a famous
shall we?
place.
I mean, I estimate about 10,000 Cleveland expats living in the greater Cardinals footprint.
Yeah.
6 of my own grandparents
Yeah, they're out there.
live there.
Yeah. Obviously, in addition to Cardinals, they got the Major League Baseball team, the Arizona D-Bags.
Yes. Cardinals themselves, they take advantage of the vortex just outside of Sedona.
Yeah, that's a big advantage to them on third downs.
Well, that's, Seattle has the 12th man.
Yeah, Arizona's got the vortex over at the University of DeVry Stadium, where they've had the Super Bowl, I think, every other year.
Every other year, yes. Well, it's a dry heat.
It is a dry heave.
So, also known for their green tea iced tea.
That stuff is
Arizona
delightful. We would head up and brave the vortex up to Sedona.
Yeah, well, you have to brave it.
Yeah, for the fish cover band, the Wilsons. They play every Friday night at the Mystical Red Cliffs.
Oh man, that is an experience you got to have.
Yeah.
Got to have.
When you hear kind of a subpar version of Bouncing Around the Room.
Yeah,
But
Wicked Groove.
Yeah, you hear it bouncing off those cliffs, though, man.
Yeah,
It's magical.
makes it all worth it. The vortex specifically.
Yeah.
Makers of the famous Arizona jeans from 1992 to 1997, available at JCPenney. Then later, TJ Maxx Williams.
One thing I will say about Arizona, though,
Yeah, go ahead.
they do have a really nice canyon. It's a great canyon.
Yeah, man. If I had one word to describe it,
Great.
Great.
It is the Great Canyon.
Let's talk about this team, though.
Yeah, what is going on with the Arizona Cardinals? We talked about them a few years ago. We played them.
Yeah.
I know they.
It was the college weekend.
Yeah, the weekend where they played the college team at the
Yep.
University of Phoenix.
Yep.
Cardinals. But now they've been promoted up into the NFL.
Yep.
They've
Welcome.
got an NFL level roster. It looks like
Yeah, for the most part.
for the most part. And let's take a look at it,
Yep.
Dylan.
So, first on the list, former NFL wide receiver. Good to see him on the field. Larry Fitzgerald.
Yeah, it's kind of
Glad
like an all-time greats game.
Yeah, I'm glad he hasn't just sort of gone off into the ether.
Yeah. On the ones and twos, DJ Humphries.
Smelly left guard, Justin Pugh.
At right guard, J.R. Sweezy, which is not a rap name.
Ceramic tight end, Charles Clay.
What religion is he, Don? Christian Kirk.
Extreme wing of the kitchen store, Max Williams Sonoma.
Baker Mayfield's backup, Kyler Murray.
You need to hear this rapper from Nairobi. He is the Kenyan Drake.
Trash named lineman, Mason Cole.
Damn, Daryl Daniels.
And the dad on the Wonder Years, Dan Arnold. Let's go take a look at the defense.
The inspiration of our segment ending sound, Rodney Grunter.
From Friends, Chandler Jones.
Barberton 3-on-3 champs, the Jordan Hicks.
Hey, Garrett, who's the key figure in Buddhism? Buddha Baker.
Bluegrass safety, Chris Banjo.
We need someone to sneak into this narrow hallway. Ooh, Kylie fits.
Former NFL linebacker Terrell Suggs. Good to see him, too.
K9 defensive end, Michael Dogby.
Joe Walker, Texas Rangers.
This linebacker, Kylie, will give you fits. Did him twice.
Brotherly cornerback duo of Patrick and Kevin Peterson.
The parking structure outside of the University of DeVry Stadium, the Dennis Carr deck. All right, Dylan.
Yep.
We're going out west.
Got to.
We aren't going because in the time since we recorded the earlier segment of this and now,
Yeah.
our tickets have been canceled. So we were
Voided.
initially attending this game out in the weather. We were going to go see the Wilsons.
Not sure we can get an Amtrak
There
in time.
Yeah.
Basically.
Um,
Even though it's a sort of later game.
yeah, we have an extra 3 hours, but I don't
It's
think
not
even that's going to do it.
4:25, but it is 4:05.
Yeah, so and the Amtrak gets there at 4:15, so we would miss it.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's out west. It's going to be on a funky time scale. Browns haven't done well out west.
No.
We've learned. So it's all about to see, with all these problems that obviously the Browns have, warts and all, what's going to happen this week, Dylan? What do you think?
Well, shoot. I mean, gosh, these guys are coming in a hot. What are they? 3-9-1 or some crap?
Yeah, how are you supposed to contend with that?
I mean,
Sure, you've beaten a team that's probably 12-2 by this point. Sure, you beat them by 20.
sure. You've established yourself as having a really great running duo. Sure, you've got 2 receivers that are knocking on the door of 1,000 yards each on the year.
Sure, you've got, but Dylan, it's a different time zone.
That does play a factor, always. Are we gonna get the 425 Browns?
I don't know. You're talking about a team that beat the Chargers week 1. Okay? You're talking about a team that tied the Lions. Okay?
I mean,
You're talking about a team that beat the Falcons by 1 point.
look,
that beat
man,
the Bengals by a field goal.
if we're thinking trap game at all this season, this is the one.
It's not, though, because they should be favored because
really
of how
should.
good they are.
They really should. It shouldn't even be a trap game.
It's not a trap game. It's
Straight
you've got to
up.
play up to your opponent this week.
Yeah, straight up. We are the underdog.
Yeah.
Hey, put the records aside for a minute.
Especially, this rivalry game.
Put the records aside.
You got to put the records aside.
Bring in the power rankings.
Yeah, it's time to do that. I'm going to call them up right now.
I don't even want to see the records. I don't even want to know what
It's
the
true.
numbers
The
say.
records don't matter. Like you said, throw them out the window. It's a big rivalry game between Arizona
Yeah.
and Cleveland. If you want to talk about 2 cities
Yeah.
that have been at each other's throats throughout history, it's Cleveland and Arizona. Those 2 cities throughout history, the city of Cleveland and the city of Arizona hate each other.
What do Cardinals hate the most, Dave?
Cold weather in Ohio.
Yeah, it is our state bird. Yes, granted.
But that's why we're so mad
That's
about
why
it.
we hate them so much.
That's why we're so mad.
We are Browns.
Not birds. So they are 26th ranked according to ESPN,
Yeah,
the first world leader in sports.
of
You
course.
would agree.
Yeah.
And we are, according to them, 19th ranked.
Yeah.
Despite the fact
So look,
that a team that we beat is number 1.
yeah, pretty handily.
I don't know how.
We actually beat them pretty handily.
I don't. And another team that we beat is number 10.
Yeah, that's pretty. Anyway, let's not even talk about those numbers.
Don't need to talk about those
Let's not
numbers.
even talk about those numbers because Cleveland is coming in straight up underdogs. Did you hear that roster we just talked about? Rodney Grunter.
Woo! Yeah, boys. You don't want to have to deal with if you think that Christian Kirk isn't going to throw up all sorts of yards and points.
Yeah. Guy. When's the last time you heard the name Terrell Suggs? When he was beating our butts off. That's
well,
when
I heard about him last year on Ballers, starring The Rock.
He did really well with that.
He
role.
starred The Rock.
Yeah. But also, hey man, you know who's got a bone to pick? Kyler Murray.
Yeah, he's
got a
mad
big
at
bone to
Baker.
pick.
He's mad at Baker.
Always has been. You know who else has a bone to pick? Their coach, whatever the hell his name is.
I'm gonna look. I don't know what his coach is. Maybe the coach is. I'm gonna look. I'm not. I do the research on the roster.
Yeah.
I kind of count on you to do the coach.
Yeah, I mean, it starts with a D. I know that.
No, it's Cliff Kringleberry.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Christmas with the Klingerberries.
I do love the Klingerberries. He's really,
Wasn't John Lovitz in that film?
Dylan, we're rambling now. It's late. Knowing what we know,
Yeah.
knowing that this is a major, major, major test coming up. You know us. Despite our orders, we tend to be optimistic in these predictions.
I have to be here, and
I don't know if I can do that this week, Dylan.
I do. I have to be. I think Joe Schobert's going to get 16 picks. 2 of them are going to be returned for a touchdown, but they're all going to be scoring drives.
Yeah.
Which is going to put us at a nice, even 26-17.
And I can't be as optimistic as you, Dylan.
You shouldn't be.
With the offensive firepower on display on by the Cardinals, and if there's one thing we've shown that we can do this year, it's contain a quarterback.
God, we're talking about Justin Pugh.
I know he's a hell of a blocker. I can't be as optimistic as you. I'm gonna say 25-17. I just can't see things with the orange and brown colored glasses that you have on, Dylan. I got to be more realistic. 25-17.
I get it. I'm a hopeless homer. Homeless.
All right, everybody. Thank you for listening this week. If you want to follow me on Twitter, it's @Demoko, featuring a new profile picture.
And me on Twitter, @Dylan B. Price. Collectively, @Friday Fumble, both of us. And a bunch of Derricks.
Oh, God, so many Derricks. We're going to get these straightened out. That's one of the other things that Mr. Craig told us is we had to get rid of one of the Derricks. So,
which will leave 3.
Actually, we're going to put up a Twitter poll starting probably Sunday at 4 o'clock about which Derrick we should get rid of. And so come at us on that, and we will see you next week on your Browns Friday Fumble.